I have with me today my friend Sly Gerald. Sly is a professional musician. He's been on the New York scene for over 20 years, playing in a variety of different situations. And he has I think Sly, you have a couple CDs out, and he's a working bassist. We've talked about some different tools earlier. I was presenting the different tools that we can use in our musical toolbox. And one of the tools, of course, was the metronome. Now, the metronome is going to really help us to be able to keep time, and I have three techniques that I use for it. So in my tips and techniques for the electric upright bass, the first technique that I would suggest is first playing right with the click. So if we're playing in 4/4 time, that means the click is going to get each beat that we play. So if we're playing that arpeggio, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The C arpeggio that we've gone over the fingering, well, if we put it on, let's say we put it on, the metronome is at 60 beats per minute, so it's clicking. This is 1 second. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, inside of that, we can play right on the beat, so we can play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that really works nice, that you can use it. Now, once you give that a try, just up and down, you're playing right on the quarter note. Okay, excellent. There we go. Now, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now, I'll play a 1, I'll play within that arpeggio. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You put the click right on the 4. So all three of the other notes belong to you. You are responsible for playing time on those other three notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3,
4, 1, 2, 3, 4. CD play-alongs are really good. I recommend a couple of different things with them. Well, first of all, I am actually published with the Hal Leonard Company with an ethnomusicology book for bass players, and that's called World Beat Grooves for Bass. Now that comes with a CD play-along. It also comes with the music written in tab, and it comes with the music written in bass clef. What I would recommend first is to listen to the pieces and to try to play them by ear. Now, if you try to play them by ear, you're doing this multi-pronged. First of all, you're playing with a drummer, so that means that you have to play in time. The second thing is that you're playing with a piano player or a guitar player, so you have to play in tune. So all this is time, a good time allocation here. And the third thing is great ear training. And no matter what play-along or music play-along that you're using, it's going to be great ear training, and also going to help you to learn repertoire. You're going to be learning songs, and you're going to be learning these songs in the listening art. You're going to be listening to the chords, and you're going to be following along. Now, adding one more to that is also reading. You're going to be reading the chord symbols, and you're going to be following through or reading the notes that are written out for you. Is getting the tape and putting the tape across the notes that you're working on. If you put the masking tape across on the fingerboard and you go across, it's going to help you to play more in tune for where your focus and your particular discipline and goal is for those notes. Well, if you play a note, let's say for example you play the D harmonic. You're playing a D harmonic. You know, you play the D, and then you take your hand off. Then you go back up and you play the D, but you don't look. You know, you go out and you play it. This is also a good way because you're teaching yourself muscle memory. The reason I say the D harmonic and using it with the harmonics on the bass first is if you don't play the harmonic, it's not going to sound. So without looking, you're going to know that you didn't play the note with muscle memory. See, you can see how difficult this is. So using the tuner is really going to be helpful because what you're going to be able to do is see if you're playing the note sharp or flat, and that's going to really help you out a lot. In the key of C, that's the no shift fingering. And as I said earlier, it's really good to use that because you can also apply up an octave. You can play the same fingering, same scale, with using C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, let's start off playing a C major scale in a no shift position. I want you to use the finger 2, 4, 1 on the next string, yeah, then 2, then 4, then on the next string the A, I want you to use your first finger, and then the third finger on the B, and then the fourth finger on the C. Okay? Now, that's the fingering, and you're going to want to work with the intonation on that. As I said earlier, it's an instrument that's built on the principles of an acoustic bass because it's played vertically, and basically it's a fretless instrument, and it has the same kind of neck style that an acoustic bass has, but it's not an acoustic bass. Right. It's an electric upright bass because it's played electronically, and I use an amplifier. I have my Phil Jones amplifier here, and with my electric upright bass. Now let's talk about what the C major scale is. It's a C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And there are certain intervallic relationships that work with a major scale. And that works with all scales. So, and we're going to use just one finger because it doesn't matter. When we get down to playing the rest of the lesson here, what we're going to have is we're going to be playing chords and harmony, playing it vertically instead of playing it horizontally. Okay, so the intervals.
Intervals.
Yes, you have your tonic,
Right.
and then you're going to go up a whole step, and that's going to put you on the D note. Then if you go up another whole step, that's the E. Now we're going to take a half step. We're going to go to the F. Then we're going to do 3 whole steps. G, another whole step up to A, another whole step up to B, and then a half step to the C. Now look at that. That's a lot of ground to cover. Right there. You're covering a lot of ground on the instrument by doing that. Let's move on. And let's play the diatonic harmony. Now, diatonic harmony, the tonic, first of all, is the key that you're playing. If I asked you and we're in the key of C, I say, what is the tonic? Of course, you're going to say C. If I said we're playing in the key of D, you're going to say D, etc. Now, we're playing in the key of C, and we're going to play diatonic harmony with that. So, harmony meaning harmonic phrase. A harmonic phrase is when all the notes are played at the same time. And then descending,
And when you play the minor third interval up at the top of the neck, you go from playing 4-1 to 3-1.
Yeah, when I'm playing the minor interval at the top.
Well, at the top up here, is that because it's smaller up there?
Yeah, it is, and also because I want to get right on the chord. So there's your C,
right?
The harmonic, and then I just kind of move this. But you can use really any one that you want, whatever you're comfortable with. I happened to just grab it, and I went from here, and then I can go from here to and here.
Okay.
Now here I'm switching to the 1/4.
Yeah, that's what I was
because you have a wider span,
right.
and then to the 1.
Right.
So that's playing a harmonic phrase. Now let's play it as an arpeggio, but only let's add the next note. Let's add the fifth, so we're going to play a triad, which is 3 notes. So in C, that's going to be C, E, and let's play a closed position, a G. So we're going to play, and I'll play it for you first, and we're playing a C, E, G. Now with the 4th finger on the D minor, you're going to start with the 4th finger on the D, and then you're going to play the 2nd finger on the F, and then you're going to play the 1st finger on the A. And I'll play it for you, and it sounds like this. Now that's ascending. Now let's go up to the E and use the same fingering for the E. So you use 4, 2, 1 to play the arpeggio. Go ahead. Then 2, and then 1. And on the F, now on the F, we can follow that using the 4, 3, and the 1. On the G, the same thing, up a whole step. And you get to the G. Then on the A minor, the same that you did on the D minor and the E minor, which would be 4, 2, 1. And then the B diminished, we're going to change that up just a little bit. We're going to start with the 3rd finger, and we're going to play 3, 1, 4. But on the 1 and the 4 are both going to be on the D string, or the 2nd string. So you're playing the root of that, then the 1 on the minor 3rd, then you're going up another minor 3rd to the F. Okay, I'll play it for you once so you get an idea. Okay, and then the octave, which you can play the octave the same way as you played before. You played the 1 using the 2nd finger, and then the 3 using the 1st finger, and then the 4 on for the 5th. Okay, start applying